Have you ever felt like someone was saying one thing, but their body language was telling you something completely different? It turns out what we don't say speaks volumes about who we are and what we really mean. In this video, I'm going to break down the psychology behind reading people, their body language, mannerisms, and those hidden gestures that reveal what they're truly feeling. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that we all do, but not enough of us fully understand: how to read people. Now, whether it's during a conversation, a business meeting, or even a first date, understanding body language can help you get a clearer picture of what's really going on. Around 60–70% of communication is nonverbal, which means what you do is often more telling than what you say. Here are some common signals to watch for. Open versus closed posture. When someone's arms and legs are open, they're more likely feeling comfortable, open to conversation, and confident. But if they're crossing their arms, especially in front of their chest, it can signal that they're closed off or uncomfortable, leaning in or away. When people are interested or engaged, they lean in. If they're disinterested or feel threatened, they'll lean back or pull away. Watch for these cues next time you're having a conversation. Are they relaxed and leaning in? Or is there some tension, maybe leaning away or keeping distance? Another key element of body language to pay attention to is where someone is directing their body. This is called body orientation. If someone is facing you directly with their feet and torso aligned toward you, it's a good sign that they're fully engaged in the conversation. On the other hand, if their body is angled away or their feet are pointing toward the door, it could indicate that they're feeling uncomfortable, disinterested, or even looking for an exit. These subtle shifts can happen without the person even realizing it, but they speak volumes about their true feelings in the moment. Next time you're talking to someone, notice where their feet are pointed. It's one of the easiest, yet often overlooked ways to gauge if someone's invested in the conversation or mentally checked out. Now let's talk about mannerisms. Those little things we all do without thinking. A lot of times, these are rooted in our subconscious and reveal more than we intend. Fidgeting. Constantly moving hands, feet, or shifting in place can indicate nervousness or anxiety. People tend to fidget when they feel uncomfortable or when they're trying to release pent-up energy. Eye contact. If someone avoids eye contact, it could signal discomfort, dishonesty, or insecurity. On the flip side, strong eye contact often indicates confidence or interest. But be careful. Not everyone who avoids eye contact is hiding something. Some people are just shy or introverted. So, while eye contact can be a great indicator of someone's confidence, you always want to look at the full picture. Combine that with other cues, like posture or tone of voice, and you'll get a much clearer reading. Facial expressions are perhaps one of the most expressive mannerisms, and they often reveal a person's emotions before they even say a word. Think about it. Our face can show joy, anger, sadness, or surprise in an instant. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Not all facial expressions are deliberate. There's a concept called micro-expressions, tiny, almost imperceptible facial movements that happen in a fraction of a second. These micro-expressions can reveal genuine emotions even when someone is trying to hide them. For example, a quick flash of anger or frustration may show up around the eyes or mouth before someone quickly puts on a polite smile. Being able to spot these subtle shifts can help you see beyond the surface of what someone is trying to project. The key here is to focus on rapid changes in expressions, those quick flashes of emotion that don't match the overall conversation. So next time you're in a situation where someone's words don't quite match their face, keep an eye out for those fleeting micro-expressions. Let's talk about hands, because hand gestures are another major clue in decoding someone's thoughts. People often use their hands to emphasize points, and these gestures can give you a clearer understanding of how passionate or engaged they are. For instance, if someone is gesturing broadly with their hands while speaking, they're likely feeling confident, excited, or in control. On the flip side, if their hands are fidgeting, playing with objects, or repeatedly touching their own body, like wringing their hands, it's often a sign of nervousness or uncertainty. Another interesting gesture is the steeple. When someone presses their fingertips together to form a triangle, this is often a sign of confidence or self-assurance. You might notice it in business meetings or when someone is giving advice. It's a powerful nonverbal cue that they feel in control of the situation. While mannerisms typically focus on physical habits, there's another important layer to pay attention to: voice tone and speech patterns. The way someone speaks, whether they're soft, loud, fast, or slow, can communicate a lot about their current mood or feelings. A rising pitch, for example, can signal excitement, nervousness, or even doubt. while a flat, monotone voice might suggest boredom, indifference, or even emotional withdrawal. Listen to the pace of someone's speech as well. When people are anxious or eager, they often speak faster than usual, trying to get their words out quickly. If someone is speaking slowly or pausing a lot, they may be deep in thought, unsure of what to say, or carefully considering their words. Combining what you hear with what you see in their body language can give you a much fuller picture of how someone is really feeling in that moment. This is where things get interesting. Hidden gestures. These are small, often unconscious movements that reveal deeper emotions. One of the most fascinating types of hidden gestures is what's known as self-soothing movements. These are small, often unconscious gestures people make to comfort themselves in stressful or uncomfortable situations. For example, rubbing the back of the neck, stroking the arms, or playing with jewelry are all ways people try to calm themselves down. These gestures often pop up when someone is feeling anxious or unsure, but they're trying to maintain control on the outside. Someone might be nodding and agreeing with you, but if they're constantly rubbing their arm or touching their face, it could be a sign that they're feeling uncomfortable or even hiding something. These subtle motions act almost like emotional pressure release valves. They're a way for people to manage internal tension. So, if you notice someone repeatedly touching their neck or fiddling with their watch, they're probably feeling a bit on edge, even if they aren't saying it out loud. These tiny movements can give you clues about their emotional state without them even realizing it. Mirroring. If someone starts to mirror your gestures, like crossing their legs after you do or leaning forward when you lean forward, it's a sign they feel connected to you. This is often subconscious and shows rapport and trust building. The mouth can be a major giveaway when it comes to hidden gestures. Lip biting or lightly pressing the lips together is often a sign of nervousness, hesitation, or uncertainty. It's almost as if the person is physically holding back their words. Another common gesture is covering the mouth with a hand or finger, which can indicate that someone is trying to hide their true feelings or avoid saying something they're thinking. It's an instinctual way to guard what they really want to say. For example, in high-pressure situations, you might notice someone briefly touch or cover their mouth when they're unsure or uncomfortable with what's being said. This can also be a sign of dishonesty or doubt. While they may not be outright lying, they're likely holding something back or are conflicted about the conversation. These are just a few of the hidden gestures to look out for. The trick is to combine everything, body language, mannerisms, and these little gestures, to really get a read on someone's emotions and intentions. Remember, no single gesture or mannerism tells the whole story. It's about putting together the full picture. So next time you're in a conversation, pay attention to what's not being said, and you'll be amazed at what you can pick up. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.